Welcome to the forests of the Château de Saint-Germain-des-Prés, where we have a new consultant and we're getting on with some groundwork, and we do a little bathroom remodeling too.
We talked about it in the last video. I am currently standing on the tennis court, or what was a tennis court one day, years and years and years and years ago. And one of the big problems that we got to deal with is all of this bramble that's on the back here. So I figured today, it's a lovely day outside, I'm going to get the equipment out and start seeing how big a job this is going to be. I have bought a new tool for the job, and it's awesome. But we'll see whether this is doable in a reasonable amount of time, or if we're gonna have to bring somebody in with a much bigger piece of equipment. Anyway, let's give it a shot and see what we can do.
Are you having a very good time?
Yeah, so this is not a paid endorsement.
Nope.
But well done, steel, man. This machine is freaking awesome.
You've got all your protective gear on because of all the thorns flying everywhere, but you can really see what you've already done. Holy cow.
Yeah, and this is what, an hour's work maybe?
Wow.
And it's just shredding through what is really, really thick bramble. I mean, like,
yeah,
you couldn't walk into it. There's
oh,
no
for sure.
way.
No.
Like even the small birds seem to have difficulty getting in and out of it. So
yeah, so we don't have to worry about hibernating hedgehogs or anything like that.
No, not at all. Not at all. I am keeping an eye out for the wildlife, obviously.
Of course,
but, yeah. No, it's...
they'll hear you coming.
Yeah. You can see here, there's a stone wall, retaining wall.
Oh, yeah.
So this is almost a bit of a garden here. If you see, all the ivy is actually quite pretty.
Right.
So if I can get all of the bramble off of it, might be a nice ivy wall.
Yeah.
And we could possibly...
Might be a starting point for like a defined space, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's now starting to look like the size of a tennis court, because I must admit, when I first came out here, I was like, no, it's not big enough. It can't possibly be big enough. But
getting there.
It makes sense now that there's, now that I've opened it up a bit.
Are you getting down to being able to see what's under yet?
I've
no.
not found anything but dirt.
Okay. Enjoy. I brought your rakes as requested.
Thank you very much. Well, I think I can safely say the old adage of the right tool for the job is definitely correct in this case. Unbelievable. Look at that. I managed to take out all of that bramble in a matter of less than 3 hours, really. That is pretty impressive. Yeah, love the tools.
What a beautiful morning.
It's just beautiful out here. I love it. I mean, look at the way the greens just pop when it's misty like this.
Right.
You know, across the valley. It's just mystical, and I love mystical. It's so beautiful out here. I like where we live.
You too. And we're just on the tour with Monsieur Bajard.
Yes.
Who comes from the department and is giving us some advice on how to manage our woods, particularly.
Yeah.
I wanted to know what the departmental and prefecture rules were, so that we're being good landowners.
Yeah.
And managing the forest risk and things like that.
Because shockingly, we've never owned a forest before.
I think it's been good news so far, right?
Yeah, it has. And I will confess that when we first moved in here, the first year we were here, there was massive forest fires south of Bordeaux. And it was the first time I went, we own woods. This could be a thing. So that's one of the reasons why we're doing this, and really want to make sure that we're managing the forest as best we can, because we want to minimize risk. We want to make sure that it stays natural and and good for the wildlife. But yeah, that's all joys of owning land, right?
Exactly.
I think Monsieur is ready for us.
Oh, okay.
Just down behind us here.
Monsieur took us for a nice walk through our woods and sort of showed us the different types of trees we had and how they interrelate to each other. And then we talked about the possibilities for the best management. And it looks like the best is sort of to do an intermittent clearing. So to get rid of the trees that are leaning on each other or entangled on each other or impeding some trees from reaching full maturity. There are some other options like clear cutting, and obviously we're not going to do that. And he just gave us a bunch of information that we were really needing, and it was a really helpful conversation. Voilà, monsieur me dit que c'est peut-être une carrière, ça c'est le mot?
Oui, carrière.
Oh yeah, carrière. So basically a quarry, there's the English word, that they might have used to build the homes around here, because he said that's common here and in Saint-Georges-le-Bleu next door, so. C'est intéressant, hein? Voilà, merci. So super quickly, because Monsieur Bergeron wants to get on, but basically we think this wall, this big drop off here, corresponds to the quarry story that he was just telling, but it was basically a wall from the quarrying of the stone, and the age of the forest and the regrowth makes sense with the age of the house itself. Yeah. So that's super cool. So Monsieur Bergeron just noted that you can see clearly sort of some tracks this side and this side of the big tree in the middle. So clearly it's been quite some time since this passage was actually used.
Yet again, it's Sunday, so we've come to another brocante, and this one is probably our favorite. And I don't know if that's because it's, well, I don't think we've ever left here without something, but we're at Vertiac again, which is a monthly brocante that we really, really love. So yeah, let's see what kind of treasures we can come up with today.
Exactly. And it's a bit of a culinary. It's a bit of a cultural experience for Molly. It's her first brocante. It's your first time in France, so I'm trying to show you a bit of the local flavor.
We're going to see what we can fit into the backpack.
And what we can find for the bathrooms.
There you go.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
So it's already been transformed into a sink.
How convenient.
Something we're thinking about doing for one of the loos. So
Yeah.
with the copper pot.
How convenient. I wonder how much that is.
A decent
Molly's
size.
just spotted some cute perfume bottles that I think will work in the bathroom too.
All right, I'll just ask.
Yeah. It's a weird thing in France that you can just like rock up and be like, I would like an ancient copper pot that would be converted to a sink. And you're like, here you go, right?
There we go.
C'est fini? C'est 15 euros?
15 euros.
All right.
Or copper pot.
And we don't even have to do the converting work.
No. So, we will show you these later, but we got a couple of lovely little decanters.
What?
There you go.
It's a button.
There's the top. So we came up with another little painting, which is quite adorable. Very pretty little pristine scene. Yeah, like it.
We are in the main bath, and I want to introduce Molly, who's visiting. She's a friend of a friend, and she's going to help us redo some work in here. So after much consultation with Chris, we have decided that what we want to do with the bathrooms, combining this one and the one in Balsam Suite, is probably a little bit too much to take on before the retreat season, because of course we want to make sure everything is great for the guests. We don't want to take too much risk. So we're going to slap up some wallpaper that we've got and just cheer it up a little bit more than what it is. It's nice and clean and white right now, but maybe add a little bit more character. And Molly, you're going to bring all your wallpaper experience to this?
Oh yeah, all of it.
That's right. She's got approximately 5 seconds less than we do, and we've got about 4.5 seconds. So we should be no problem, right?
Oh yeah, we can do it.
Piece of cake this afternoon, 2 hours, done.
All right, how's it going in here?
Molly's an expert already.
Awesome. First piece on?
Yep. Probably the worst piece too, because we've got
How's it looking?
2 different heights of baseboard here.
Yes.
If you want to call that a baseboard. So we're kind of working around that, and of course we don't have a plumb corner, so we're working around that too.
Of course.
So no one look at the little wrinkle there. No one look at that at all. And other than that, we're genius, right?
Yeah.
And no electrocutions, that's good.
No electrocutions. That's always a good day. I mean, it's still early, but
We're moved away from the light for now. So.
Yes, that makes everybody happier, I'm sure. Awesome. It's actually not so bad. Now that I'm seeing it up, actually.
it's gonna be better.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be better than the white, that's for sure.
So before you go too hard on us on this choice of wallpaper, it was actually a forward from our friends at Chateau Love, because the wallpaper company sent them some wallpaper that they didn't order either. So this is a bit of a freebie that we can use temporarily before next year, when we will take out the wall that we're working on right now that is shared with the balsam suite next door. And basically we're going to have to take this wall out completely and build a proper wall that contains the wet wall and whatnot. So this is going to come out next year, but in terms of good choices economically, this year we had this wallpaper available, and it can lend a little bit of zen for this season. Oh, look at that. I left Molly to her own devices this morning to finish up above the tile work, because really you don't need 2 people to do that part. And she's done a great job. Look at that. We did it! Look at us go! Good job, Molly. Do you feel like you learned new skills? Look at us.
Sure did, yeah. I can wallpaper anything now.
Right? You did all that up there. I just abandoned you to the task this morning, and then we got all the way around the corner here. And we won't go all the way down, otherwise you'd see this. But Steve's gonna build a box around that so that it'll be prettier. But yeah. So, you know, how many hostels have you gone to where you've had to remodel the bathroom before you could stay?
Most of them require some cleaning.
Okay, all right.
So,
But not re-wallpapering. Okay, yeah. That's cool. Look at us go. Very pleased. As always, we have a form versus function question. So we've chosen to put the shelf up basically as an add-on to the vanity so that you can reach easily behind you to your makeup case and things like that. And then we put in the little bottles that we got at the brocante on the weekend. Add a little plant, some dried flowers from last season, some of the lavender that I gathered back in the day in the other one. So we should be able to open that up, and that'll smell amazing and add a little extra aromatherapy to the spa room. So there we are, just a little bit of artwork to go, and I think we'll be done.
I'm thinking it's sort of central on the wallpaper. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
You happy with that?
Yeah, sitting almost perfect.
There we go.
Nice in between.
Yeah. The shelf is useful. And the ladies are at their toilet.
There you go. Yeah, I think that works quite nicely on that wall.
Yeah, I think we need to work on a little bit of the lighting, but other than that.
It's so much better in here though.
Yeah.
I think it just feels more like a place you want to be.
Be sure to join us next week where we talk about this bit of late breaking news.